Best of 5. Very exciting games we have today.
Now, this is the first stream of RT this semester, so hopefully you guys are excited as we are, because Rivals is kind of our game, and we're just excited to cast.
I live, breathe, and eat Rivals. I cannot get enough. I am so excited. Can you not see the energy coming off of me?
I can feel it in my chair.
Exciting games we have today. Our roster for today, it seems to be preset and ready to go. On RIT Orange, we have Blade, Shaq, K9, Rocket Rack, Hudie, Astrid, versing on the UCF Knights, Solus, Blinks, Rainbow, Waffle, Raintracks, and Hayu. I hope I pronounced your names right. Apologies if not.
Now, it seems we are waiting a little bit before the game actually starts, you know.
Everything's getting right in order just to make sure we're all on the same page when we come into this.
Yeah.
Very exciting times today, though.
hmm
I cannot wait to see the actual game. This is a high level competition, so we're expecting some really nasty, wild plays.
Yeah.
High risk, high reward, as they say. Sure, playing it safe always works, but sometimes you really have to go for it for the gold.
Yeah, you got to get wild, especially at this skill level. You just got to do what you're best at, and sometimes even that's not enough, so you just got to go for it.
Now, you may be wondering, how am I qualified to cast for this? Well, I'm actually one above all, using cap only. Yes, that is true. I'm kinda goated. So is my co host, Jeff.
I am a Widow main. I hit OOA as well as Black Widow, and it seems like people are not giving us Black Widow mains the respect that we deserve.
I can't tell why. I just can't put my finger on it why Black Widow mains are just looked down upon these days.
Yeah.
But hopefully, we'll see some crazy plays. Maybe, if we're lucky, someone will be playing Black Widow today.
Or second to that, Spider-Man.
Ooh,
Hopefully that gets pulled out
could be a
sometime in these
strong
games.
dive comp.
Yeah.
Who knows? Now, I'm curious to see if anyone will save Gambit here. Normally, it's a huge ban, so I'm honestly just expecting Gambit bans straight away. After that, depending on the comps that we're trying to go for, might determine the rest of the game.
Yeah.
It really just depends what UCF and RIT Orange are going to try and play, whether that's dive, poke, or just, maybe something we've never seen before. Maybe even goats or gator. Who knows?
Now, I have played with this team before, and I have to say, they're quite scared of the Gambit. I don't think they've let Gambit through once in their entire career. So the odds are we're not going to see any of that, but we do have a rocket one or main rocket rack,
Yep.
whatever those numbers are.
E621.
Exactly.
Exciting.
So maybe we will see the Gator.
We might see a hard Rocket play. Who knows what they'll try? If they try triple comp, Rocket has the ability to really demolish the front line if he's
Yeah.
left unchecked. But easily counterable by, of course, a Phoenix. So maybe if we're trying to play 3 comp with 1 Rocket, we'll have to ban the Phoenix, especially at the
Yeah.
start. But when we do, I think they'll be expecting a rocket play. So I think we just have to figure out what our gameplay is going forward.
Yeah. I mean, we have a level 100 on our team, so hopefully with that many hours on the game, they know what they're doing.
Now we have a veteran player coming from last semester, Shaq XD 404, previously Division 1. We're hoping he can kind of help bring the team to victory.
I also believe K9 was also on Division 1 last
You're
semester.
absolutely right. K9 was on the Division team, and he's been leading for our DPS. Very interesting stuff. We'll see his performance today and see what kind of skill and character he decides to use.
Now, I have also played with Blade 51 and Rocket Rack E621 last semester, and knowing their gameplay and how skilled they are, I know we're going to be in for a treat.
I'm particularly curious about Solace and Blinks to see what play they show. It seems we're setting up and getting ready to go.
Yeah.
Things should happen momentarily, and we'll be on.
It would seem,
Hydra Hell's Heaven is
yeah,
the first map of the game. Oh, the
the Rosinosaur
Rosinosaur
showed up, made his
showing up.
debut. Um, Maybe we get to see some of his gameplay. I've heard he has a mean wolf.
Only time will tell
Yeah.
as we're starting the first game. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, let's
okay.
see these initial selections. Okay, Hudie showing off some of the lords. Everyone having a lord, it seems. Wow,
Wow,
champion Cloak and
Cutie has
Dagger.
quite a lot of lords. I wonder how many hours he has on this game.
It seems Solace is going to start off with a nice mag versus Blade's mag. So we'll see a mag head-to-head matchup.
And
Of course, obviously, we just started with the Gambit ban. Was to be expected.
now, Orange seems to be playing quite a poke comp with the Psylocke and Hela. Hopefully they're trying to farm that Psylocke ult, get theirs, and win.
UCF seems to be taking a different approach with a bit of poke, but also pressure via the Star-Lord and Phoenix combo, if they choose to play that. It seems we've banned outright Groot. We've taken out Groot Knight. Saved Angela, a dangerous character this season. She has been wrecking the front lines, absolutely pulling tank after support off for positioning and into the abyss. It might be her map this round. Let's see how UCF responds.
Orange responds with the invisible woman save.
Oh, okay, I see. Blue and red. Okay,
Yeah.
that's my bad. I understand now. Okay.
I mean, we should expect it with the Hela. The Phoenix ult really, I mean, it counters it.
Yes.
So.
So now we have Rocket. Rocket is purely free up for grabs. Now, the thing is, they saved Angela, but I know we have a solid Angela on our team as well. So I'm curious to see if we may actually see a battle of Angelas.
Ooh, a Daredevil ban. Haven't seen that one in quite a bit, but Daredevil is still always a very strong dive character.
His reflectability is just very powerful and really just changes the tide of the game, especially with his ult. Too strong.
Now, I do believe Astrid is the top 67 Cloak and Dagger. You can tell by the animated Lord icon.
Yeah, it
that
seems she has champion. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Astrid on Cloak and Dagger. One of the best Cloak and Daggers I've ever seen, it seems.
Exactly. Her aim is immaculate with it. Now, they did do a Magneto save, which will help both teams, it seems, but...
We did UCF seems to have done a Star-Lord save, so it looks like they're going in for a potential collapse. We did ban a Moon Knight. Okay. We had already banned, or they had already banned Groot. I don't see...
I think it's for the Angela.
The Angela,
The
yes.
Angela.
Definitely a good comp. Okay, and we banned the Mantis.
I
Or they
guess-
did. UCF banned
Yeah,
the Mantis.
UCF banned that.
Which is a strong comp because, you know, Mantis and Loki have been plaguing the upper echelon.
I think they were thinking more of the Mantis and Widow comp, the team up. I mean, not the team up, the damage boost, one-shot headshot.
Oh
I
my
think
god.
they're scared of the Widow.
You're absolutely right. Our notoriously known Hudie is a Widow player.
He does have Lord. He does have Lord.
Okay, the selections are locked in, and we are ready to go. This is going to be an interesting game, with it seems the two tanks on RIT Orange being Emma Frost and Magneto.
Both teams are running the Hela and the Moore team up, which has been strong since release.
Okay, Blade doing an
the
interesting
Thing?
approach with the Thing. Curious to see how this plays off. But for the most part, it seems to be fairly matched, with the only deviation I can see, of course, with one tank in particular, but also the support. Because we both have Invis, but we differ with now Jeff and a Loki on the opposite team.
Oh, I think the Jeff was just to speed them to point, get them a little faster.
You're absolutely right. It's a Cloak and Dagger versus a Loki.
Yeah.
Loki seeming to just copy our Invis, or their Invis, on UCF.
Angela getting ready to harass one of the tanks.
Angela
Seems
going
like Shaq
in.
is the victim. Oh, but
Shaq
he reacted in
counters.
time.
It seems they've countered the Angela pretty well. The Angela falls back. Shaq pressing hard with Emma.
Tank pushing up, a huge pick by Hudie there.
Oh, and
they
another
found
pick
first
by
one.
Hudie, and Blade gets a pick right on their Hela. It seems we're taking massive pressure, forcing them back and securing the point. That's just a hard reset for UCF. It seems we're going to keep the pressure high and maintain a solid line. Hudie, get ready to get some picks. Seems he's fighting their other Hella. It's a battle of Hellas. The best one will come out on top.
I believe there's someone from UCF on point. Or flank. It might be a clone, though.
Perhaps. It's just a stalemate at this point. Ooh. We are playing a mirror comp with the exception of Loki and Cloak and Dagger. Interesting to see which one will play out.
Mag
continues to harass their Meg with the combined efforts of Hudie taking him down. Shaq falls, unfortunately, due to Solace, so Solace has to pick up where their Mag left off. It now is evenly matched, with one tank going down on each side.
Map is moving, so maybe the UFC Knights gain some advantage and are able to take points here.
Well, the UCF Knights have to really go for it here. They're losing a lot of progress really quickly. Blade going with an ult to counter their Hella. And now our Hella launching ult. Let's see if we can gather any... Blade already getting the Hella getting their Mag. Already. And the pressure is just immense. It's just a hard defense to really penetrate.
Yeah.
They're just stuck. They're just stuck. They just have to figure out.
No portal.
It looks like no...
Oh.
I don't for the portal
think they
play.
have time. 1 point or percent left.
Unsuccessful portal.
Very
close. That is devastating. I understand the actual ramifications of that. I, too, have played Strange and tried to portal before. Last second, devastatingly so, missing. So we'll have to see how UCF Knights respond to RIT Orange comp next round. We have a good amount of ults on either side, although RIT Orange having the advantage clearly with one extra ult over UCF. UCF might have to shake things up because I think the switch to Strange canceled some of the ults.
Blade 51 on the Widowmaker? This might be history.
Blade 51 changing the... Oh, going back to the thing. Well, that is D1 tank for you.
Yeah.
This is the main tank, by the way. Okay, it seems that UCF Knights are taking the approach of using the Winter Soldier in conjunction instead of the Namor, whereas RIT Orange will continue to use the Hella Namor comp. Dangerous hooks from the UCF Knights could shake up RIT Orange, which might see an exciting game to go for a potential round 3. Okay, it seems Reamtrack still trying to get a pick here. Just adding pressure. You know, sometimes that's all you have to do. Just add that pressure. Make them escape.
Loki.
Solace ulting. Not getting any clear value.
And
now they're getting
ulted and the Emma pushing them back.
This is just
dead.
Ult after ult on the RIT Orange side. 3 ults used to secure point. Well, in this point, I think RIT just has to stall for time. UCF Knights have almost 4 ults here. They can honestly just win this fight with 1 or 2. RIT Orange better think quick, because if they cannot respond properly, they're doomed. Okay, now Huey going in. Nice pressure. Has his ult. Possibly seeing a potential pick, maybe?
Loki ults.
Loki ulting.
However, K9 did get an early pick, which could be
Loki's
devastating.
ulting at the start, pressing our Magneto into the bubble, trying to get a clear pick. Nothing solid, though.
And
Hudie almost dead. Rainbow responding to the Hella ult. Shaq somehow getting their Magneto despite the Invis ult. The clear pressure is just... it's immense.
UFC and Knights popped 3 ults there against RIT Orange's 1 or 2, and Orange still held it.
I'm actually surprised. It seems we're going to try and do something different on UCF Knights with a Venom Emma comp.
Oh, good
Perhaps
swap
to
back to
dive the
Mag.
backline, creating some pressure and an opening for the rest of the UCF Knights. UCF going in with a Starlet as well. Now, this might be a dangerous play. As you know, the Magneto on, RIT Orange has not ulted yet. So even if Blinks can get an ult here, he's looking at a devastating counter. But at the same time, Blade could also ult for the Winter Soldier. It really just depends on what happens first. The pressure's staying up. Blade in their backline, Shaq in the backline now, pushing very hard. K9 gets a kill on Solace. Another kill by Blade onto Reem. K9 getting onto their Venom.
And Shaq always shacking it in
that
their
was a
backline.
Shaq moment right there. But it must have paid off because it bought him the time needed to secure the win. RIT Orange now leading 1-0 against the UCF Knights. UCF might look to change and shake things up once we go into the next ban phase. It seems the mirror match was just not in their favor today. So they might have to just ban these characters outright and play a different comp? Who knows? And we're back. Hello, folks. That was a very interesting game. One side clearly held off against the other, but we cannot count the UCF Knights out yet. They still have a couple more matches to go, and I'm interested to see how they respond. Clearly, things shook up. Clearly, RIT Orange seems to just hold really strong with the Emma Frost, Mag, Helen Namor. Too strong, too big of a wall, but I'm sure UCF can definitely find an interesting comp to kind of shake them up.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the game is in the ban phase, so we'll have to see what UCF bans next, and gonna hope they have some sort of.
I'm curious to see because there's 3 coaches within the UCF Knights, so they could also shake things up by possibly switching in players, as we do have Resinosaur as well to possibly sub in. So really just depends on what everyone decides. Maybe shaking up things with a player or just the character bans. We're not sure. Could go either way. I'm very interested to see what we decide to do. The next map, possibly if maybe UCF works more better onto Convoy rather than Domination, they might try to choose a Convoy map. A classic being, I prefer Yggdrasil. Classic, solid point. But, teach their own. Everyone has their own taste. I personally love that one. I think we're still deciding. Probably
Yeah.
just some discussion amongst the teams. Definitely, this is it's a shock, right?
Yeah.
I think they were a little shooken up, especially from that first match. Onto the second, they just could not recover despite the ult advantage. So I think they just have to definitely get their heads in the game and just talk things over. But I definitely think they have a chance of coming back.
Yeah. I do think UCF do need to work a little bit on their position because Cutie and K9 always got the first picks in the fights, and they're always just down one player, and
True.
just devastating in a heavily team-based fight.
Even in some of the ults, they were still picked off. So they have to really be careful. Maybe a double shield that might work against, Hudie or K9 just sniping them outright. Otherwise, we might have to just ban the poke altogether.
Yeah.
Perhaps to challenge them and see what RT Orange can do all together. I'm interested to see if they try to go a dive angle, possibly. I think that might be a way to go, shake things up, go in, go out, just put that pressure right onto them in the back line.
Yeah.
Because it seems, RT Orange front line's strong, but all they're doing is going forward. So I think perhaps they have no peel.
It seems the next map is a convoy, as you predicted, but
Oh, nice.
it is Midtown instead of
Midtown, also
UCF.
another solid convoy map. Very interested to see now how we fare on convoy. Maybe the UCF has an advantage.
Yeah. I mean, I know RT Orange, one of their favorite maps was Hell's Heaven, so they've had a lot of experience on it.
Yeah, even with the Angela on UCF's Knights, they just could not get a solid hook. And it was quick thinking, though. Right after they saw that it wasn't working, they switched instantly. So that was
Yeah.
very smart on their part. But, just unfortunate that in the Battle of Mirrors, RT Orange just seemed to be a little slightly better.
Yeah.
But again, that's fine. The bans will help decide the next match. Maybe they can shake things up. I think we're all ready to go. We might be
Yeah.
going into the match momentarily.
Now I do believe it seems Orange is taking attack side first, RT Orange.
Okay.
So let's see if they are able to break all the way through.
Orange really has to set the tone here because, as we know on Convoy, um, all UCF would really have to follow is whatever Orange sets. So if Orange can make a 3-point, well, that's going to be hard for UCF. But if UCF can maintain a solid hold, that just saves work for them altogether. Oh, it seems we have Astrid away right now, so that'll play a little delay into the game. Wondering what's going on. What could possibly be delaying Astrid? I have no idea.
Or it could be they use Astra as a scapegoat, as telling her to make it look like she's leaving, and they're talking about team strategy going into this next game.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Possibly a scapegoat just to talk over strategy.
Now, I'm sure RT Orange is confident going to these matches, as it would seem their ranks are just a little higher. So hopefully they don't get too confident and end up shacking it.
That's true. Cockiness can lead to a huge downfall. I really wonder if we will see a new comp. I think just banning Hella just to get rid of the Hella Namor. Namor was a bit of a problem. Don't get
Yeah,
me wrong, but I think banning that Hella, getting rid of that, and then you know,
the whole team up as a whole. Or yeah, the team up as a whole.
because absolutely they won't need Angela in this map especially, so they can
Hmm.
probably save a different ban altogether. So we know that we had banned Moon Knight against them, and I forgot some of the other picks, but maybe perhaps that RT knows something, or UFC possibly has better picks that were just banned. But
Hmm.
now that we know where we all set, they can change that.
Yeah. I mean, I know Blade 51 and Shaq XD really like to um go scout the players. So maybe they do have a Moon Knight one trick. So that was the reason behind their Moon Knight ban.
Maybe indeed. All right, I think we're slowly getting into this.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
not yet.
Astrid is still gone.
It
And
seems okay. Still a bit of a delay.
what I'm wondering is if Astrid's gone for a while, why not just sub the Venusaur in? Because I know he was the support player for Division 1 last semester.
Oh,
So
interesting.
maybe we get to see a little bit of his action.
Oh,
Um,
we
oh,
are ready to go.
yep,
Exciting game. Let's
she
do
has
this.
returned.
Now, I'm gonna try and maybe speculate on what the defense side might do. They might try to do a penny angle here. Penny's a pretty strong hold on defense
Yeah.
altogether. Perhaps Solace or any of them can kind of try and just bring out a solid penny with the other maybe Mag Penny, a good comp to just hold the ground. Perhaps even triple support.
Yeah. It seems the game has started, so we'll see what the bans and saves are
All
and
right,
how that will dictate the rest of the game.
and we are just loading for now.
Yeah. All
Oh,
right.
we're in the match now.
We are in.
Let's look at the bans. Okay.
This team UFC are hovering Mantis, which they did ban last round. So it's interesting to see how that will play out.
UCF might try to go for a triple support angle with a Mantis as well.
And it seems RT Orange is running the 5 thing. with
Here's the
one
thing.
more. Here's the things. And it seems Shaq XD, the level 100, does have Lord on the thing.
Interesting.
We'll see how that plays out.
Lord, I don't really see
Yeah.
that commonly these days, especially since of the nerfs and the supposed buffs.
Yeah. Now, RT Orange does stick to their roots with the Gambit ban first.
A classic RIT Orange ban with
Ooh.
now the Namor ban. I think I'd called it there. They
Yeah.
had to ban the Hela or the Namors, causing too much of an issue, especially with that team up. I think UCF are now going to try and give RIT a run for their money, especially with these new bans and saves.
Ooh. Phoenix
Ooh.
save. Possibly, in case they do stick the Hela, then they have something to destroy the ult.
They can now destroy Hela and now Rocket's off the table.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what RIT Orange decides to save here, determining what UCF will then respond with. An Emma
Frost.
save, classic, just
Always
classic,
Yeah.
regular, good old Emma. Can't go wrong with that save. Okay, now this ban's going to be interesting. This will really determine things for UCF. RT Orange has a good layout of what they play. Okay, their Daredevil ban, another solid ban. We haven't seen too many Daredevils this season, but he's just a strong character nonetheless.
Maybe Orange is weak against Dive, so they gotta ban out who they can.
Yeah, I mean, Daredevil being one of the strongest dive characters out there makes sense to ban.
Twist? A Moon Knight ban from UCF.
Interesting. I'm curious as to the response of why they wanted to ban the Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see the save then. The save will be very, very interesting. Mantis save. I think they're running triple support. I think at this point RT Orange knows they're gonna run triple support. Maybe RT Orange tries to look for a ban on the support line, possibly to limit UCF's pool. If not, UCF might respond with another ban that just hurts RIT Orange in general.
Now, I'm just speculating here. I think they're going to go for a low-key ban because UCF has played low-key last round and they banned the Moon Knight. So maybe they assume the triple support with low-key Mantis.
Yeah, that comp has been very powerful.
Magneto ban.
Okay.
I guess because of the save Punisher, they don't want the mag ult, but
Well,
wow.
now Punisher, Star-Lord are all open to reign supreme with their ults. The ults will just have to be countered by supports at this point. Now, possibly even Emma, but Punisher just gets free roam. And
Bucky ban.
no Bucky for no peel. Okay, interesting. So they might be doing a mixture of dive and triple support? Okay.
Some interesting comps.
Shaq going Squirrel. Nope, Shaq going Groot.
Does UCF seem to be running a triple support or goats?
Oh, it
Yeah.
seems that... Okay, this might be a strong hold. If they can just remain constant on the UCF side, the RIT Orange will just not be able to budge them. Okay, let's see when these choices are finalized. Okay, we see Reem, Solace, and Hye just being the main tanks here for the triple support, triple tank comp. Especially with Rocket as res. Interesting. As
Blade
we
51 again on
UCF
the-
didn't UCF actually save Phoenix?
They did, but I guess they don't want to pull it out right now since they're running goats.
Okay, well,
Hopefully, 3 tanks will be able to be. It will be enough for a Hawkeye. However, them having a Punisher, it could be tricky.
UCF has afforded mistakes now with the addition of the Rocket res. Okay, we're seeing a strong start. Solace trying to get a pull on Shaq. Not
RT
budging.
Orange taking the high ground. K9 with the early pick on the Groot. However, the Groot does get reds. And Emma
K9
goes
going a nice
immediately
Hawkeye
down.
into this comp. As you know, is that has to just shred. These one-shot shred, they're very dangerous, and this is a very smart choice by RT Orange. Ooh, just a dangerous pick there. As I said,
Wow.
And K9's just ripping through them with the Hawkeye. It's just, it's lethal.
Yeah. I think UCF has to switch up the strategy now because
Solace looking for a portal play, potentially. The portal is placed.
Early portal.
Early portal to meet RIT Orange at the ambulance. We're looking at ults here. K9 popping ult. And
the rocket ult
Rainbow
was down.
popping in response to that. K9 might go down here, actually. Oh, they burned through the rocket ult. Still no picks from K9. Oh, now a Groot ult. Strong Groot ult onto Solace, removing him from the equation. Now RIT Orange is pressing with the numbers advantage.
Oh, a Loki copying Adam to get the res
but
out.
Blade responds with a solid Emma ult. Okay, wow.
Wow.
Altogether, picks flying left and right. Waffle seems to have
Another res down.
died.
RT Orange is fighting team after team.
How is RT Orange going to respond to just the infinite waves of just enemies spawning and dying and respawning? And there goes a nice clobber, getting at least 2 targets from UCF. UCF pressing high now with that ult, but only getting 1.
Rocket is down.
Oh, Hudie popping
and Shaq both
Punisher ult, but gets
They both
nothing.
get
Absolutely demolished by Solace. A really good pick by Solace, actually. That reduces his value, but K9's able to kind of sweep up with Shaq on the front line. Despite the really good pick by Solace, unfortunately, RIT Orange was still able to hold strong.
It seems now they do pull out the Phoenix and are still running triple support, so let's see how this plays out for UCF.
Triple support, 2 tanks. Okay, so they're putting a lot of pressure on Blinks to be really the main DPS. But if his shots are really good, he can shine. Shaq obviously trying to separate their Groot from the team. Not finding any leeway, unfortunately, as UCF is not giving any pressure.
A big ult by Blade 51.
No solid picks
However,
yet.
no picks. Oh, they
K9 gets
one.
a solid actual support pick. Waffles responding.
With the invis ult.
Now
They do go down 1 DPS.
So
Let's
now
see
it's
how this
very even. This is anybody's game at this point. Let's see how they respond. Rainbow having ult.
Groot ult, killing 1 tank, 1 DPS down.
I think RIT Orange is definitely going to push with this.
Yeah.
Now they have the numbers advantage. They're pushing them back.
And
UCF has no chance but to just hold a little bit. They have to hold and wait for the rest of the team. Blade trying to get a little pick here, little damage.
UCF isn't able to touch point here, so they just have to hard back out.
Yeah, they just have
However,
to.
Solaris
Solus just gets picked by Shaq with the Groot walls, just cutting them off from the vital heals. And, you know, the Shaq pressure with the Emma Frost, just a little too much for UCF right now, especially down a tank. I think they just have to keep... Oh, that's
another one down. They're just staggering left and right.
K9 really just outshining with the Hawkeye. It just seems like UCF doesn't have a clear response yet for the Hawkeye.
Going to this fight, UCF does have the ultimate advantage. However, let's see how they are able to use it.
Blink's really low, actually, but he's getting healed. Okay, so it's good. It's even. It's an even fight right now.
Yeah.
3 ults via 4.
Solaris pops an early ult.
Really good
They
Solace
do
ult
get
onto the
2
Groot.
kills.
Really good picks by UCF. They are shaking up RIT. RIT has no choice but to fall there. That's a reset. That's a hard reset. Good plays altogether by UCF. Only 1 ult used and 5 ults are maintained against possibly 6. But if, you know, UCF only did that with 1 ult, I think they can retain relatively well against RIT Orange. But RIT Orange might try to contest with possibly... Oh, Reem just absolutely one-shotting K9.
Wow.
Now RIT Orange down. It seems that UCF is continuing to hold on to the fight, not give up ground, and just maintain that pressure. Reem looking for another pick here on the back line. He's being very patient here. A smart play. Smart Hawkeyes always just wait. Oh, Reem.
Very early, unable to kill the ulted Punisher.
unable to get the Punisher, but Blinks is able to sweep the Punisher. K9 gets Ream, unfortunately. Waffle taking over K9 for that. Rocket responding with a Invis ult, and Shaq clearing 2 off the board.
Yeah.
A third falls. It's now up to UCF to try and respond. They have 3 ults. Maybe they can make a last stand.
Wow.
Unsuccessful ult by the UCF Groot.
A missed ult by Shaq.
Shaqking it once
classic,
again.
But they do get the pick and get the point.
They just maintain that pressure. But UCF had a chance. They really did hold them for and got an actual solid win there.
Yeah.
I think if we utilize more of their Hawkeye, definitely against K9. Probably giving him a run for his money.
Now, it does look like both teams are keeping the calm. Oh.
K9 possibly trying to shake things up. But UCF
Shaq.
seems to be staying on their comp before. It wasn't a bad comp. It actually had a really good hold. I think if they had started with that from the beginning, they might have just held them longer.
Now, I know Shaq XD404 is a OTP penny.
Oh, wow. Is he really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting gameplay.
You can tell by his lord. He's had some hours on this character.
Oh, a quick, definite cut by there by Shaq.
Yeah.
Let's see these setups. Now, the start of Penny, very crucial at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
These quick mines can absolutely demolish the team at the start. Seems Shaq's trying to make sure that they can't flank and destroy his nest to try and maintain that hold in the corner.
A Jeff from Waffle?
Oh, it seems UCF is actually bringing out the Jeff Nano. That's a smart play. It'll catch RIT Orange off guard at the start. They might have to switch to Phoenix, but by the time that's over, UCF might have a good hold. Blade trying to take height, now backing up a bit.
Yeah.
Giving a little pressure onto their storm. Not seeing anything here, though. Blade still maintaining the height. K9 looking for a pick. Blade maintains a pick on Groot. Good pick. Really good pick, especially for Shaq. Shaq's now free reign with Penny, not having to worry about the Groot destroying his mind.
Blade goes down.
Oh, K9 has responded with a waffle pick. Now they're down a Loki, down another DPS. Hudie taking down Blinks. Hudie possibly getting a pick here. Hudie with Shaq. Nope. Reamtrix picks out K9 in the crowd. Shaq still holding. He's like a wall. He's a wall. They really have to destroy that nest. Now they got it. They got him out there. The little roach is gone. They are now moving up straight for RIT Orange. They're out for blood. They're out for blood. Once that pick, I mean, it makes sense to just keep pressing. Keep giving that pressure. The main hold that was Penny is gone. Shaq now changing to Groot to match the other Groot on the UFC Knights. Okay, Rainbow has ult here. Ream almost having ult. Waffle almost having ult. Blinks almost having ult. Response to K9 with ult and Hudie ult. We'll see interesting who pops first. If UCF can take advantage of their ults, they can possibly pop early and, pick 1-2 off of RIT Orange.
K9 is deep, low HP. However, the Invis ult does go down just in time to save him.
Just a bit of an ult dump here from both sides. No pick clear in sight. Hudie was able to get Solace. K9 getting their Q. Shaq getting Blinks.
They weren't able to kill the Invis through the ult. But they do get the Loki.
Unfortunate on UCF Knights. They're going to have to reset here, giving RIT time to set up and really prepare for what they're going to throw at them. Maintaining just a 2-2-2 comp all across the board. We now have 2 ults against 3 ults here. I think UCF Knights, they have to be aware that they're a little bit at a disadvantage here. But still, if they can force a Hudie ult and then pick them off with their Ream, that'll just waste it altogether.
Drew is going for a flank ult, and he does get 2 supports.
And now dropping a Blink Salt on top of the Groot ult. K9 just piercing the Groot because he was separated from the team. Hudie now popping ult just to clean up, really. Not seeing any picks. Shaq actually able to get Ream tricks. But Hudi really not getting any hard value from that ult, really just only making them kind of hide. I don't know if it was kind of worth it, maybe for the time, but still, you kind of want to see a better, better usage of that ult. You don't want to just see it like buying for time.
Certainly, especially how game-winning it is. Ooh, early pick from K9 on
Now,
Blinks.
unfortunately, USC Knights are now at a disadvantage. Disadvantage again on UCF Knights with the Groot going down. K9 just trying to secure another pick, keep that high pressure on them. Nothing, but nothing hits, unfortunately. Their backline is still pretty good for the health. It seems UCF might have to portal play or just kind of hard pushing a point. I know the point's right there, but a portal can kind of just make all the difference, especially with time.
Yeah.
Okay, now they're taking out some of the Groot walls, trying to force Shaq into a corner, separated from this team.
Shaq pops an ult.
Shaq popping an ult.
Responded.
Waffle responding with a invis ult. Shaq low. Shaq low.
Shaq
Demolished.
down.
This is really good for the UCF. They want to really take advantage of now the numbers game.
Yeah.
Looking for a hard pick on their Hawkeye.
goes down with his ult.
So now we're at a 5-5 RIT Orange against UCF. Blinks taking down Hudi. So now UCF has the numbers advantage, maintaining a strong hold. Blinks unfortunately going down, but securing a kill on K9. It could be anyone's game. Iron Fist swap by Reamtrix, just trying to, honestly, I think he's just to buy time.
Yeah. Oh, it seems that they are looking for a portal here.
And he's looking for a dive here. Hudi
Hudi
popping
ulting.
ult within their
Just kills everyone.
invis ult, just piercing through.
Do they get the portal off? They do, but they don't quite touch in time.
Unfortunate ending from the UCF on this game. They really did change things up. It was shaking the game, really challenging RT Orange, but RT Orange was still able to just hold a bit longer. It seems just one of the big things really deciding these games are just ult management. It seems RIT Orange is still able to only just pop one ult and kind of just maintain the game, whereas they're forcing UCF to pop 2, maybe 3 ults just to get the same value that RIT Orange is getting with 1. I think they just need to kind of focus up and secure the kills depending on just that one ult. They have to just maintain that communication amongst the team, and we might look at a different game altogether on the next round. I think possibly we should try dive, maybe shake things up. I think diving the Hawkeye might, throw things up. I understand he can still get that one shot. He's, solid players can, but still, dive is just really strong. Dive can be really strong, especially against the right players.
Now, RT Orange DPS do have quite the DPS hero pool. With their Hell in the Moor being banned, they still were able to get their picks on the UCF with Hawkeye and Punisher.
Yeah, I think the mag ban really just kind of just sandbagged, unfortunately, UCF a little bit. They were not able to kind of properly respond into the Punisher ult. Hudi had some really good ults there. A couple bad ults, unfortunately. Hudi, I think, honestly, he still got value, but it's just not the value you kind of want to see from something like a Punisher ult. You want to get a couple picks, at least one. But I think at one point it was just like all pressure, and they just left.
Yeah.
So I think it's just if RT needs to work on that, needs to just work on ult usage and the proper times. But UCF just needs to kind of find the comp that works for them. Right? I think because of the vast support or the vast pool of heroes that RT Orange is able to kind of maintain, it's making things a little challenging. Because we saw Hella Namor an issue, but they banned the Namor, thought it was a solution. It did work up until K9 was kind of devastating a bit with the Hawkeye. The Hawkeye picks are very crucial at the start of the game.
Yeah.
Just putting UCF a little bit at a disadvantage just constantly, and they just kept riding it a little bit. So UCF just needs to really maintain awareness on K9. He's a little dangerous to them, I think. I think a dive comp might work.
Yeah. I do wonder what their thoughts on Groot was, because I feel like the walls were very devastating and they didn't really have something like a Punisher to destroy the walls.
This is
So-
true. There was not like a hard mirror match. So I think RIT Orange was a little on like just gaining a bit of the edge when it came to the Groot fight, just because, the walls were going down a little bit slower for UCF. And then that just ended up with UCF losing, unfortunately, a tank just a second too late with no heal,
Yeah.
just because of the line of sight just continued to be cut off. Well, it looks like we're going to Wakanda Hall of Djalia, another convoy map.
This one is Convergence.
Oh, is it Convergence?
Yeah.
Okay.
A Convergence map, Wakanda. Very solid pick. I personally really enjoy the map. However, the first point can be tricky to take. It's really a matter of if you really utilize the off angles from either the stairs on the left when you're attacking or just a little room in the right.
I think definitely maintaining that high ground will prove to be crucial to either team. I think both teams need to know that that high ground is just very important, can be game changing, allow for just a little reprieve, rest, and still added pressure onto the opposite team. So I think whoever maintains that high ground kind of just wins that first point.
Now, they might have changed it to Kunlun
Oh,
instead.
Kunlun for Convergence. Okay,
Convergence, yeah.
interesting.
But I do think from last game, UCF didn't really utilize the high ground on first point. Um, when they were at defense, Orange just walked up, took space, and got some early picks, and they just ended up crumbling.
I think that K9 is just a problem for UCF. I just think a dive comp is the play, just to
Yeah,
really free K9 a bit out. Hawkeye can't really respond too heavily to a dive. All he has is just a slash, but at the end of the day, if you have a coordinated 1-2 attack dive, you take out the back line and then go for the Hawkeye.
yeah,
I think Kunlin's interesting. There is high ground initially at the start. I think that's very important. I think whoever's defending is probably going to hold that high ground initially at the start.
hmm
Probably one of the DPS on either side, and it's up to either team to try and contest and maintain that. Because again, that I think high ground just really is a strong point in just general Marvel Rivals games, and especially on Kunlin, that start is a bit hard.
yeah.
So we are waiting just to see what happens. I think both teams are obviously taking some time to talk things through, really understand what's going on, what's going right, what's going wrong, how
hmm
can they improve, how solutions can be met. Oh,
Oh, it
starting the
seems
game.
the
We're
game's
jumping right
yeah,
into it, straight into the bans. Let's see. I think UCF might be a little interesting on the bans this time because they knew Namor was an issue last time, but now Hawkeye seems the new problem. Maybe banning them outright both. Who knows? I think we'll see interesting response from UCF. Let's not count them out yet.
now they RT Orange seems to be running a
What
five
what are we doing,
six
guys?
Jeff play. This time Shaq actually doesn't have the Lord, it's Hudie.
Hudie with the Jeff Lord. That's interesting. He is the Division 1 DPS who has a Lord Jeff.
Yeah.
Might have been one of the throwers in my Marvel Rivals comp.
I think, yeah, because you are one above all, so maybe he was in your lobbies.
Hudie just sandbags a lot,
Yeah. They do save the Daredevil, so it does seem they are going for a dive comp. Maybe a Venom save or a Cap.
Venom, possibly Venom Daredevil into the back line. A strong pick.
And
Maybe even Angela just to kind of throw them off balance while Daredevil kind of sweeps in the back line. Obviously, RIT will respond with an Emma save. That's always classic to try and deal with dive just for the peel. They
And the
insta-ban Venom, so now Venom's no longer on the table for the UCF Knights. Don't know if that will, hinder them or just be okay for them because it doesn't seem that UCF at any point was hovering over Venom. They ban another Namor, so they're really going in for this entire dive. I think RIT will have to understand that I think they're going all in for the dive. They're probably going to have to ban another dive pick here.
Yeah.
Although Blink's hovering over Phoenix while Goofy Weapon TTV, I think a new switch was made.
Yeah.
He's going to be
No
the
save.
mag pot. No save.
Let's see.
No save on UCF side, unfortunately. Possibly miscommunication done. Maybe they were unsure of what to save at this point.
Let's see how Orange responds to it, I guess. A Bucky save. They do
Orange saves.
see that they are trying to go for a dive comp, so responding by saving all the best.
This is dangerous now for the UCF as they have now 2 CC characters ready for the dive. If any, even the best Daredevil, if he gets caught by both Winter Soldier and Emma, I think it's under wraps for him.
Yeah.
And a Invis ban, of course, a solid pick on the UCF side. Invis devastating against the dive. We'll see how UCF fully commits on the dive. It seems we'll be running Rogue, Daredevil, Jeff, maybe. Jeff and Rocket. Okay.
The Animal Crossing backline.
Animal Crossing backline with 2 dive, as Rogue is an interesting play. Rogue I've not seen a lot played too much, but she can be quite the powerhouse, especially against shielded tanks.
Now we do get to see some Deadpool action from RT Orange. We'll see how that plays out. Shaq also on the Angela. Maybe he's able to grab some tanks. However, it's gonna be hard with the Emma Frost.
Waffle going Luna Snow instead of the Jeff. Might have just been a joke at the start. So now we have Rocket and Luna Snow. I think Phoenix is banned, so the Jeff... No, not the Jeff. The Rocket reigns supreme.
And the Hella.
And the Hella. So there's really no kind of stopping from them, especially now they have a Daredevil in the back line that RIT Orange has to worry about. I'm curious how they will respond. Again, UCF just has to watch out for the Bucky hook and originally the Emma, but now Shaq's going in as the Angela. Curious how that's going to work. Okay, Shaq looking to disrupt there. Obviously, they're back. He's just maintaining the high ground as his team pushes up.
Yeah. No one on UCF on the high ground.
Goofy just trying to, like, press them back as best he can. Keeping the solid pressure. Solid's looking for a quick pick. Oh, almost caught
Close.
there. K9 lacking, but K9...
K9 going for a hook. He does get the mag. Let's see if they're able to get the pick off of it.
Goofy's able to get a pick off of Hudie, blinks off K9, Goofy off Astrid. This change seems to be working swimmingly for UCF.
Yeah.
Now, Rocket actually getting ult with Deadpool. Unfortunately, it's not doing too much for them as the 3 pick was lost. I understand popping that Daredevil ult because maybe you're worried about dying, so you don't want to waste it automatically because it just works differently than your normal ult. Blinks gaining the high ground, actually. It's a really good play by Blinks.
Yeah.
If he can possibly get a solid pick on the back line, RT Orange will be in trouble. Okay, RT Orange a little bit cut off. Good plays by Hayu. Altogether, I think RT Orange is about to get Goofy lacking a little bit. But
one.
Blinks almost gets Blade.
The
No
mag
ults
does
in
come
sight.
back from res.
Astrid on RT Orange maintaining an ult. K9 having an ult as well into USC's only 1 ult. Who will use theirs? Waffle gaining an ult. Solace gaining an ult. Goofy actually having an ult. So now UCF are up ults altogether. They have to kind of make a quick decision, as they do right now, to then combat RIT. Good pick by Goofy and Blinks. Blinks as well. Blinks on a rampage, really, through their entire line. Shui really giving a good pressure. He has to be careful, though. He might be shacking a little bit if he pushes too hard.
Now, that was a good play by UCF. However, they are down 2 ults, which RT Orange seem to be, or they usually have like a very strong ult economy. With Hudie ripping it into the mag ult.
Oh my god, huge block by Shaq. Still, Hudie reigns supreme.
Yeah.
Nothing
with,
so far.
Shaq and Astrid popping their ults, getting the
double ults
backline.
to try and secure the point.
Tanks and DPS left.
And at this point, UCF is just fighting to maintain some type of presence, so to make sure not all is lost. Now, they're pressing a little hard on the DPS up on height.
Daredevil trying to stall for the portal.
Daredevil unfortunately going down. It's up to Blinks to possibly make a move here.
And the portal goes down, and they do touch in time.
They're able to touch. Nice plays by UCF Knights.
Gets a pick on the Hella.
They just have to maintain, making sure to have an ult ready. Blinks might having the ult soon. There goes the Blinks ult. See if he can get a pick here. Their RT Orange seems to be focusing him to burst them. Rocket Rack getting a pick on the UCF Strange. Now, of course, just pick after pick. Rocket actually popping a Luna Snow ult, putting a little edge for RT Orange. now they are ready to kind of push the rest of the convoy, and UCF just has to, pack up again and really understand where they have to press.
Now this next point will be interesting. The high ground, like the 2 level, will always be somewhat tricky to keep track of and play.
Okay, it seems now UCF responding by taking lower height.
Yeah.
Whereas they maintain one, I think, on the side. The Daredevil looking for a pick. I see him on the corner there. But it seems
Daredevil ult goes
Daredevil
down.
ulting. The entire team looking to kind of peel.
He goes down, but Shaq goes down as well.
Shaq down. That was a good place by Solace. Solace now res, so UCF has the numbers advantage. I think they should try and push in to take advantage.
Wow,
unfortunately, Blinks falling to K9, but Solace getting a nice, solid backline pick.
Cutie
popping
ults.
And Magneto responding just to ult the Astrid. There is no support
going down support.
Waffles, good support ult just to stall for time continuously. Solace trying to capitalize based off of the Luna ult. Shaq popping ult as well to combat it. Everyone's backing up. That is kind of a Shaq ult, I'm not going to lie. No one
hypnotized.
No one caught, no one dead. Unfortunately, they kind of just corner it. It seems UCF has 2 ults, 2 RIT Oranges, 2 as well. 3 ults for the USC Knights. And now we will see how we respond. RIT Orange also having a 3rd ult. RIT Orange popping first in response to Emma. Nothing happening so far, though.
The rocket ult goes down, and it just gets shredded.
And
Blade
Magneto now ulting. Blade not getting any solid pick. But Hudy landing a pick on the Emma Frost.
Let's see if the
Rainbow's clutch res, of course, with the Emma Frost. Teams still maintaining some type of presence. Rainbow getting a pick on Blade.
Emma just on card.
Blink's looking for an ult. Nice. He's taking advantage of those Loki clones. It's very crucial to these, Winter Soldier type of ults.
Yeah.
Especially playing into Loki, it's a hard counter, I really believe. Unfortunately, nothing else is found. Portal popping.
A pick on Rocket.
Allowing RIT Orange to maintain some type of presence on the point. RIT Orange now kind of fighting for their lives here, but UCF still rolls. Wow. Maintaining and capturing the point, I think. Just honestly removing one after the other. Just leaving the RIT Orange to kind of hard stagger.
Yeah. It seems RT Orange might not be able to touch point.
Now we are in overtime. RT Orange really has to make a crazy play here to kind of try and stop them before they secure for more time. But UCF sitting on 2 ults, possibly about to get a 3rd. It's not looking too good for RT Orange.
Pops into the Magneto ult, but he gets none.
Blade and Hudy both getting really good picks off of this ult.
And the Rocket Rack ult.
Shaq now deleting the Emma Frost. Astrid deleting the Waffle.
And everyone just goes down.
And they
did capture point there.
Oh. Orange was able to secure.
Very impressive.
Orange has a bit of time now. UCF now has to just kind of scramble a bit to try and hold for only a minute 20. Now, RT Orange has only... Oh, wow. Nope. I lied. RT Orange coming with 2 ults here. Almost a 3rd. Almost a 4th.
Yeah. Against UFC's 2 ults here. Almost a 3rd.
UCF only having 2 ults, unfortunately. Waffle about to get his 3rd, though.
Oh, huge push by Shaq. Gets an early pick on the Magneto.
Gets early pick on the Magneto.
Let's see if the Emma ult does anything.
K9 pushing onto the Emma Frost. Trying to maintain pressure onto their Winter Soldier. If he can get a pick here, his ult resets. Nothing.
He is unable.
Unfortunately, nothing. The UCF heals are just way too strong.
However,
Blinks does fall eventually, but, for that long, that was pretty good.
Blade might go for a Eye of Agamotto here. Hopefully, he does hit at least one person with it.
Shaq looking to combat their Daredevil, trying to keep him out of the fight, really, just so that his, backline is still safe.
Yeah.
It's a good play. We'll see. We have 3 ults on the UCF with only 3 ults on the RIT.
Goes for the eye. Gets one.
Blade getting an ult on Blinks. Solid UCF ult, trying to getting capitalization with Daredevil. Waffle having to respond to Astrid's ult. Blinks now still having ult. Rainbow almost maintaining ult. Cutie popping ult. Rocket popping ult. There we go. And now Cutie gets a kill on Blinks. Somehow through all the chaos. It really is just whoever can withstand the amounts of damage being just outputted. Nothing. It's still K9 has an ult here, possibly trying to drop it down. Blade just blocking off heals.
Yeah.
Although he himself is getting low.
He does have
trying to take advantage. Going for another Blade ult. And RIT Orange secures another solid 3. But UCF holding them actually relatively well. Let's see if the UCF can kind of combat RIT Orange to kind of push this into overtime.
It does seem the dive strategy from UCF was working out for them. They pushed RIT Orange into overtime and got a few solid picks as Daredevil.
My only advice, possibly we have to kind of go a little all in on the dive, maybe 1 tank, 1 DPS. But if, you know, UCF cannot play another dive tank, that's totally understandable. They're trying to do their best with Daredevil. He's actually working relatively well. You know, actually had some clutch moments out there. Oh,
Shaq off of the Angela onto Emma. And UCF with a rogue.
RIT Orange kind of just keeping the same comp, actually.
Yeah.
You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what they say? And now UCF actually playing Rogue with the Gambit, I believe, into the back line. I think Rogue will be able to kind of possibly farm for ult quickly to stop Astrid or Rocket ulting at the start, therefore giving the edge to the UCF. I think that is the plan. Goofy going to have to just hold the front line with Blinks and Waffle and Rainbow in tow, but hopefully the Rogue and the Daredevil combo is really good for the UCF. Obviously, RIT Orange trying to take that height with Hudi on the top ground and everyone else maintaining relative distance. Rocket actually in a good placement with his Loki clones, just to see like the entire battlefield.
Almost goes down, however, does get healed just in time.
Rocket getting attacked by the Blinks. Oh.
Rogue is...
And now we're contesting right at the front line. Rogue is continuously brawling, trying to get some health low.
Hudi does go down.
Good pick by Blinks. Hudi's now down. The numbers game goes to UCF. UCF still trying to keep that pressure, keep that damage, and try to look for another pick here.
Yeah.
The Daredevil should continue to pop in with the Rogue. Perfect execution. Grabbed by Emma. Kind of knocked down. Unfortunately, the Rogue goes down.
Rocket does also go down as long as well as K9.
K9 falling to the Daredevil. The Daredevil really pushing the edge in here. He's taking on the whole team by himself.
Both teams do have both support ults, so maybe we see some action from Astrid. The Hela just on high ground with no one contesting and gets a pick on Astrid.
Blinks, solid pick, solid pick. Hue, solid pick. Rainbow going crazy. Now Goofy just cleaning up really. This is a solid showing by the UCF Knights. I think the full commitment on the dive with the tank and a DPS was just the move they needed to shake things up for the RIT Orange. RIT Orange now have to scramble a bit to understand how they can combat what's going on against the UCF. RIT Orange obviously almost with the advantage of ults here though. So UCF might be in a bit of trouble. They're going to have to kind of just track a bit more. Okay, Hudi trying to see an early pick on the Solace. Solace not letting them.
Solace goes down.
Pushing in, unfortunately, and just getting lost right there. Now RIT Orange is going to take advantage of the numbers game, push into them, and try to get another pick to kind of keep that farming role.
Goofy almost went down, however, supports heal just in time. Now RIT Orange
UCF now still at spawn, so they're able to kind of combat RIT, kind of tell them, hey, you know, we're here. You're not going to push us out of our spawn, and try to press against them. Fortunately, it seems we saw a Rogue ult and unfortunately go down to the RIT Orange while we're popping a Luna ult. RIT Orange capitalizing off of the Winter Soldier ult. Winter Soldier looking. K9 unable to get another pick for that, but it was a solid front pick.
Yeah, Shaq was able to go off to the side and pick off the Hela. So going to this fight, UFC Nice does have the ult. Oh no, they're tied right now. But the Daredevil is coming up with it, so RT Orange needs to...
As long as the Daredevil kind of maintains good communication with the Rogue, I think they kind of take and destroy really just the back line. The pressure is on, though. K9
Daredevil
pressing Solace off and getting a solid pick, giving the numbers game to RT Orange. RT Orange probably going to look to press high with this now that they know Solace is out of commission for a little bit.
The Magneto
they
goes
force
down.
the Magneto down, continuing to just get pick after pick. Blinks, though, responding with the K9 pick.
Hela
Blade,
also goes
unfortunately, getting Blinks.
Yeah.
And now we're still just locked in a stalemate. RT Orange is really just not allowing them to kind of gain any ground here. UCF is going to be pushing in with their Cloak and Dagger ult. Now the rest of the UCF should respond in tow. Okay, good response by RT Orange with a solid rocket ult from copying the actual Cloak and Dagger. And now we're looking at 4 ults against 5.
K9 is aware of the Daredevil, tries to go for it, but gets picked off by the Hela.
And Goofy popping off on the rocket. Now the numbers game goes to UCF. They can really just press them off and gain some good distance here.
RT Orange pops 2 offensive ults.
2 ults, try and secure some kills here. Cutie getting the pick on the Rogue.
And the Mag, while the rest of the team walk up.
Solace looking to try and get a little stall here.
Solace might start the fight here with a Daredevil ult to push for the team, as RT Orange does not have a support ult.
If Solace can pull this off, this would be really big for the UCF. He's looking for it.
He's going now.
And going for the ults.
Gets
Unfortunately,
obliterated.
just getting picked off. The entirety of Orange just peeling exactly for him. Maintaining a good ground. And K9, unfortunately, not getting anything there. So now we're stuck in a little bit of a stalemate, but RIT Orange seems to get the edge with Solace not in commission. And now Shaq goes down. Goofy,
wow.
K9 on Waffle. And now Blinks is just waiting. Blinks has to just wait for the rest of his team. He can't reveal his position yet. He might try to get a sneaky pick here or the ult.
Blade, I think, is saving his ult for Blinks, so he's going to have to pop it to bait it out. But he gets early picked.
Unfortunately, Blade just was hungry for the kill there. Shaq getting a kill on Solace. Now the numbers game again goes to RIT Orange as they're maintaining that just solid defense you just love to see.
Shaq shielding off the heals so the Mag goes down, and a huge
solid pull by K9. Combating the Daredevil directly and gets another pick on the Daredevil. RIT Orange sitting with 5 ults with UCF at 4. UCF probably going to have to ult pressure.
5 seconds left. Ults,
there you go. There's the ult pressure with UCF. RIT Orange going to probably respond in tow. As expected, Astrid ults right into the Rainbow. Waffle responding to Astrid. But then Shaq responding to that. Blink's trying to pop ult at this point. Everyone's popping ult. It's an ult fiesta trying to just get picked to try and press them off. Cutie now taking advantage of the fact that Goofy no longer has ult.
But he does go down, though. Daredevil reflect.
The Daredevil is just devastating there. RIT Orange completely wiped off the board. They might look for a portal play, or they have enough time to just kind of stop them here, walk up to them, maintain that pressure. It is anyone's game still. UCF and both RIT Orange, no ults. It's just neutral now. Who has the better neutral will allow UCF to either secure or not. They really need this point to get more time.
Solace is preparing for the dive and goes in. Let's see if he...
Solace going in. Nothing clear, nothing solid, but still added pressure, forcing attention away from the front line.
The runes go down.
Shaq trying to go for a nice kick here, going for another grab, misses unfortunately. Still keeping on the rogue, ensuring that nothing kind of gets past. K9 getting a pink on Blinks. Oh my lord.
Blade has ult, but he might be saving it for one of the other people. Blinks switches to Portal. Let's see how this goes out for them. Are they able to hold off long enough for the Portal to
Blinks
come down?
going for a portal here.
Luna
Waffles ulting obviously to help secure.
The Cloak and Dagger also does go down. Blade with the does he get it?
No,
but he
oh!
is able to piggyback off of it.
Oh,
And
wow, K9 is just going
K9.
insane into this.
And everyone
Unfortunately,
dies.
just rolling on a huge ult dump there by RIT Orange to secure the point. And UCF is just down 1-3, unfortunately. It just came to a game of ults, a game of who can hold, and unfortunately, RIT had the edge. You gotta stay hydrated, though, folks.
Of course.
Rocket Rat getting the MVP for this game. Solid
59
showing by the
assists.
Loki. Let's see if we can kind of look at the scoreboard here to kind of assess what went right and what went wrong. Looking now, it seems that despite UCF's strong defensive hold, the RIT Orange was just able to burst through, just prepare and better fight the Solace Daredevil. Really devastating. I was really excited when UCF really went for the dive. I think that started to throw RIT Orange in for a loop. The coordination just wasn't as anticipated. Unfortunately, having Solace ult a couple times in the back line, RIT Orange just completely shifting attention to him, cutting him out, deleting him, and then going right back to the fight, leaving the rest of UCF just at a man down advantage or disadvantage. And it's unfortunate to see.
Yeah. K9 was always just on their backline just peeling, so they figured out how to counter the dive and brutally really like play off of it.
But now we're going to try and go into a little of the post-game interview, is try to assess from the minds, the great minds of our RIT Division 1. Here we have Blade, the solid tank we saw, the main tank, just really keeping a good front, holding hard against UCF's great pressure. Just come here. Wait, no, Jeff, you stay.
Oh shoot. So, yeah, okay. So, first of all, how do you feel about the game?
First of all, amazing game. Couldn't have been a better game for our first PCL match. I'm super excited. I've been part of PCL last semester as the D3 tank.
Oh, really?
I know you too from D3. It's actually crazy.
Oh, actually? Oh, okay.
No, but going into D3 to D1, I expected the curve to be a lot higher, and I'm happy I performed at a D1 level. I couldn't have done any of this without my amazing teammates. They really showed that everyone pulled their weight. Like, even in our falls, we still got back up, and we climbed, and we won the game ultimately.
Wow, very inspirational.
Thank you.
One of the biggest questions that has been asked, why is the average height of your team?
The average height of my team is actually 6'10", believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, so like we are actually very advantaged because we can see over our monitors and we get a higher FOV.
Wow, that's very insightful. Did you have any favorite moments in the match played?
So me personally, I felt like I did my job as the main tank. It's not very exciting as a main tank. You do there, you go, you get your job done. However, I felt like my teammates, there was a lot of fun moments. We were actually debating going Mr. Fantastic for a little bit.
Wow. Was it Shaq XD that did the recommendation?
Shaq XD did in fact do the recommendation,
Should have guessed.
but unfortunately it didn't come to fruition because at the last map the other team locked in and we're like, oh man, we gotta lock in as well.
Yeah. They did go the dive, which you guys took a bit to sort of adjust to. How do you think you felt about their dive comp?
So their dive comp, it was very interesting. Some moments, I felt like overall we were fine with it. We did struggle a bit, like you said, but ultimately we adapted. We had Emma, we had Bucky. All we needed to do was play around it. It took a bit of adapting since that was our first dive game in a while. All of a sudden, it just started clicking, and we started winning.
Yeah, you guys did do very well. I did see your mag ult during last point, I believe, of the last game, you missed a little bit, but you were able to get the kill off of it, which was as equally as important. But I have to say, your team did excellent. There's pretty good coordination, it seems, with the DPS going to the backline and peeling. Shaq did push up pretty deep on some of the games, pulled a Shaq moment, as some may say. But yeah, so going into these games, how did you feel? Like, were you prepared? Do you think you were ready?
So going into these games, we actually felt really prepared because coincidentally, we have another tournament, CRS, on Saturdays, streamed on twitch.tv/ShackXD404.
What a plug.
But going into that game, it was actually a coincidence because we actually we were scouting them, right? We were scouting our Saturday team, and it just so happened that our Saturday team actually scrimmed against this team today. So not only did we get info on both teams, we also knew how we were going in, and it seems like the Saturday team was like on par skill level with the team today. We 2-0'd the Saturday team, and today we felt very confident going in. Looking at their VODs, they made very critical mistakes like ulting too late early. Not very good with positionally. I think their main source that they were scared of was dive. But also they used it against us. Dive was a little bit scary again at first, but then after we adapted, it was fine. But I think we had better poke overall, and we had a better team comp overall.
I do have one last question, however. You guys seem to instantly always ban Gambit as first play. What is the thought process? Because I know you do have a Gambit player on your team. So please elaborate.
So Gambit is a very pick ban choice, right? Gambit's a very broken character. You always need him or you not, right? It's a very safe first ban, just in case they first save it. We can play Gambit, but it may not be to the effect of their Gambit. We don't have any information on their Gambit. Gambit Loki is also a very strong comp. However, our Gambit Loki isn't as fundamental, so if we were to do against that, we would have to waste a ban on Loki.
Yeah.
And of course, we could do it. We are experimenting. We could implement that in the future. But as of now, we're not very confident. We want to stick to what we're good at.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to if you ever incorporate it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a fantastic game from RT Orange against UCF. Thank you so much for being in this interview.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, no worries. And I guess that's all for today.
All right.